Okay, so get this picture. You're in LA.
Well, LA.
Yeah, but it's not sunshine and palm trees.
Okay.
Instead, it's pouring rain, like a torrential downpour. Streets are slick, everything's just kind of heavy and gray.
All right, I got the picture.
Now imagine you're a veteran named Devon,
Okay.
and things haven't been easy for him.
All right.
And he's standing there holding the sign, and it's all rain smudged, you know?
Uh-huh.
But you can still make out the words, "Veterans seeking help.
Wow.
Will work for a chance."
Mm.
And this right here, this is where our deep dive begins. This chance encounter on a rainy night that just sets off this incredible chain of events, and we've got so much to unpack.
We do.
We've got news articles, firsthand accounts, even some congressional records to really get into.
So we're not just going to like trace how this one encounter, sparked this nationwide movement.
Right.
We're going to look deeper at what made it all possible.
Exactly, because it's not just like a feel-good story.
Right.
There's real insight here, you know, about leadership, about innovation, about creating change that we can all learn from.
Yeah, and our sources really highlight the contrast between the world Devon's standing in and, the rain, the struggle, and then the world that's just steps away inside this high-tech conference that's happening.
It's like two different realities colliding, you know?
Yeah.
And you can practically feel the weight of Devon's situation just in the description. Soaked clothes, that worn out sign, but there's this like look in his eyes. It's determination.
It's like a quiet strength.
Yeah, exactly.
And out of all the people who could have walked by,
Right.
it's Elon Musk who stops.
It's crazy, right?
It is.
Talk about a chance encounter.
Yeah, and what I think is really interesting here is that Musk, he leaves his usual entourage. Doesn't just glance at Devon, He actually crouches down to talk to him, like on Devon's level.
What do you think that says?
It seems like genuine curiosity.
Right, not just some PR stunt or whatever.
Right, our sources say Musk asks about Devon's name, his story, his background. Like, really wanted to know.
I mean, it makes you wonder if anyone else even really saw him standing there before.
It makes you think.
So this isn't just about being in the right place at the right time,
Yeah.
About how you see the world, what you're looking for.
Absolutely. And this interaction in the rain.
Yeah.
I think it reveals this core aspect of Musk's leadership.
Which is?
He sees Devon as an investment,
Okay.
not a charity case.
That's a good distinction.
Which brings us to the diner scene.
Oh, yeah, this is a good one.
Our sources paint such a vivid picture. This warm diner,
Yeah.
the smell of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and these two, this unlikely pair sitting across from each other.
You can practically hear the sizzle of the grill in the background, right?
Totally. And Devon, he's understandably hesitant at first,
I mean, yeah, I get
He's
it.
been let down before.
Of course.
So he's not quick to trust.
Right.
But Musk, in his typically direct way, he just tells him to eat to relax. They'll talk later.
Interesting. So he's like creating a space for Devon to open up,
Yeah, just like a safe space to share without pressure.
I think that shift in the power dynamic there is really crucial.
I agree. Musk isn't rushing. He's listening.
And that makes all the difference.
Yeah. So what does Devon share? What's the turning point in their conversation?
Well, we learn about his background.
Okay.
He studied engineering but had to stop because his mom got sick.
Oh, wow.
Then he was injured, and that like derailed his plans even further.
He had all these setbacks.
Yeah, but you can tell he's skilled, he's capable,
Life just threw him some curveballs.
It's a good reminder that there's often a lot more to someone's story than what we see on the surface.
Couldn't agree more. And this is where Musk makes that pivotal statement.
Okay, you're an investment line.
Exactly.
Do you think that was calculated or purely instinctual? I mean, knowing Musk.
It's hard to say for sure, but what is clear from our sources is that it sparked something in Devon. This flicker of hope that things might actually change.
And that flicker turns into a full-blown flame when Musk takes him to this luxury hotel.
Wow.
Tells him to rest and leaves him with a note.
What did the note say?
It said, "Meet me downstairs at 9. We've got work to do."
I mean, I can only imagine what must have been going through Devon's mind, right?
Total whirlwind of emotions, right?
Absolutely. It's like stepping into a whole other world.
So what was going through Musk's mind at this point?
Right. What work did he have planned?
Well, the next morning, Musk takes Devon to SpaceX.
SpaceX?
Not just any company, a symbol of pushing boundaries.
Right, of what's possible.
Yeah, when you combine ambition with technical prowess.
And I think here we get a glimpse into the type of environment Musk cultivates.
How so?
Well, Devon's not just there for a tour. He's placed directly onto the adaptive robotics team.
Now, for our listeners who might not be familiar with that term,
Yeah.
adaptive robotics involves designing these incredibly complex systems that can interact with the human body.
Like advanced prosthetics and assistive devices.
Right, cutting-edge stuff requiring serious skill and precision.
And Musk throws Devon right into the deep end.
Which is very Musk-like.
It's a test, but it's also an opportunity.
And Devon, despite, some initial struggles,
Of course.
has this incredible mentor, Vanessa, guiding him.
She sounds amazing.
She's patient but firm, encouraging him to, push past his self-doubt and rediscover those engineering skills.
It's like that mentorship makes all the difference.
And this is where the magic starts to happen. The team rallies around him, the work starts to flow, and when they finally complete that complex component,
They did it.
there's this eruption of cheers.
Oh, wow.
It's a sign of progress, of belonging.
He's not just working, he's contributing.
Exactly. He's part of something bigger, and this success becomes a catalyst for something even more remarkable, because shortly after this, Devon is called into Musk's office.
Oh, this should be good. And the story takes this completely unexpected turn.
What happens?
Our sources describe the scene almost like it's out of a movie,
Okay.
Musk's office, a whiteboard covered in equations, a model rocket just sitting there like a symbol of ambition.
It's like this very tangible representation of aiming for the stars.
Exactly. And in the midst of all that,
Yeah.
he proposes this program
Okay.
to help veterans transition back into civilian life.
He's really going all in.
But it's not just about finding them jobs.
Right.
It's about addressing the systemic challenges they face.
Things like
Access to housing, health care,
Right.
dealing with PTSD, reintegrating into a society that often doesn't get their experiences.
And he wants Devon to lead this.
Not just be involved,
Yeah.
but to be the face of this whole initiative.
Wow. I mean, that's a huge leap of faith.
It is. He's entrusting this vision to someone he barely knows.
Right.
But he sees something in Devon that drive that resilience, that firsthand understanding of the challenges.
So what do you think? What was going through Devon's mind at this point?
I imagine it was a mix of disbelief, excitement, and maybe a little bit of, fear.
Yeah, you go from standing in the rain to being offered this incredible opportunity.
Talk about a life-changing.
And he actually takes on this challenge.
He does. Our sources detail how quickly the program starts taking shape,
Like they hit the ground running.
with Devon working tirelessly alongside Musk's team.
So they're not just creating jobs.
No, they're building a support system, a comprehensive one.
And this is key, right?
It's a crucial takeaway.
It's not enough to address one aspect of a problem.
You got to look at the whole picture, all those interconnected challenges.
And they're not shying away from the tough stuff.
Not at all. They incorporate mental health resources, financial literacy training, peer-to-peer mentorship, you name it.
So it's really about empowering veterans to rebuild their lives from the ground up.
And who better to guide them than someone who's walked that path themselves?
And that's where Devon's personal story comes in.
He becomes like the cornerstone of the program.
He stands in front of that first group of veterans.
What does he say?
If I can find my way back, so can you.
That's powerful.
And it's authentic, relatable.
He's not talking down to them. He's sharing his struggles, his triumphs.
And it resonates. The program gains serious momentum, attracts national attention.
Musk's involvement ensures funding and resources.
But it's Devon who's the heart and soul.
And that's another key takeaway.
Leadership isn't just about the big vision.
It's about connecting with people, inspiring them to believe in themselves.
And this is where we start to see the ripple effect.
How so?
Musk's peers, other industry leaders, they start taking notice.
They see what's happening.
They're inspired by the Veteran Reconnection Initiative.
So similar programs start popping up.
Across different sectors.
Exactly. And this is huge. A single act of kindness, a belief in someone's potential. It can spark a whole movement.
It shows that change is possible.
Even when we're talking about really complex societal issues.
But it's not just about the big picture.
Right.
Our sources highlight these individual stories, too.
The personal impact.
Lives transformed by this program.
And these stories are so powerful.
Like Tasha.
What happened to her?
She was a veteran struggling to find her footing.
Yeah.
And the program gave her the support, the skills, the network she needed to get back on track.
Those personal connections that shared humanity, that's what makes this so impactful.
It's not just statistics.
It's about real people finding their way back to a sense of purpose.
Of belonging. And Devon doesn't just stay behind a desk.
What does he do?
He's out there traveling, speaking at events, visiting bases, meeting veterans, wherever they are.
He becomes a true advocate.
A voice for those who often feel unheard.
Living proof that setbacks don't have to define you.
And then things get even bigger.
Bigger.
Devon is invited to speak before Congress.
Wow. Imagine the weight of that responsibility.
Stand before lawmakers and advocate for systemic change.
So what was the focus of his testimony?
Well, he shared his personal journey, of course.
Yeah.
But he also presented this compelling case for why supporting veterans isn't just the right thing to do.
Okay.
It's a smart investment.
In our nation's future.
He argued that veterans have valuable skills discipline, a strong work ethic.
Qualities that businesses and communities need.
So he's not just appealing to their compassion.
Right.
He's highlighting the economic benefits.
She's reframing the narrative.
From charity to opportunity.
Well, it works.
It does. The speech makes headlines, and soon after, government funding is secured to expand the program nationwide.
It's a testament to the power of storytelling.
Connecting with people on an emotional level.
And even Musk, who, rarely attends these types of events.
Yeah.
He was there watching from the back, this silent but proud witness to what they had accomplished together.
Safe to say the program was a resounding success.
It was. Yeah. But what happens next? Does Devon continue to lead the initiative?
Does it keep that momentum? So we've got this program making a real difference, but it all started with one person taking a chance on someone else. What happens next?
Well, the program keeps growing, but what's really interesting is how Devon's role kind of evolves.
Oh.
He realizes that his biggest impact isn't just running the program,
Yeah.
It's inspiring others to create similar initiatives.
Okay, so he becomes more of a mentor and advocate for the cause.
Yeah. On a much broader scale, he steps back from day-to-day operations and travels the country, speaks at events, meets with policymakers, business leaders, anyone who can help replicate the program's success.
What about Musk? Does he stay involved?
He does, but in his own way, he's not on the front lines, but he's a sounding board for Devon, like a strategic advisor.
I get it.
Our sources talk about these late-night brainstorming sessions with Musk pushing Devon to think bigger, to tackle the problem on like a systemic level.
It's almost like he planted the seed and now he's nurturing its growth, but letting Devon take the lead.
Right, and that's a different kind of leadership.
But clearly effective.
It's about empowering others to take ownership, to become those agents of change.
And this brings us to one of the most symbolic events in this whole story.
What's that?
The ribbon-cutting ceremony for the program's first dedicated training facility.
Wow, so they've gone from a chance encounter in the rain to a physical space.
It's pretty remarkable.
And the sources capture the energy of that day so well.
I bet.
Veterans, families, supporters all gathered to celebrate.
Of course, and Musk is there.
Oh, yeah. True to form, leaning casually against a pillar in the back, just observing.
Letting the impact speak for itself.
Exactly. And at the center of it all is Devon.
No longer the weary veteran in the rain.
Now a leader, an inspiration.
He's come full circle.
And helped countless others do the same.
This has been an incredible journey to unpack. We started with a single act of kindness.
And ended up with a nationwide movement.
Transforming the lives of veterans.
It's a powerful story, and it's still ongoing.
The Veteran Reconnection Initiative keeps growing, evolving, and most importantly, making a real difference.
Absolutely.
So what's the big takeaway here? What can we learn from this?
Well, I think it shows us that even these huge problems can be tackled with the right approach.
Yeah.
Vision, compassion, a willingness to take a chance on someone.
And it reminds us that even small actions can have this ripple effect,
Create change far beyond ourselves.
Exactly. And for anyone listening who wants to learn more about the Veteran Reconnection Initiative, we'll include links in the show notes.
It's an amazing organization doing really important work.
And maybe this deep dive will inspire someone out there to start their own initiative.
Tackle a problem they're passionate about.
The possibilities are endless.
They really are.
So until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep believing in that power of human connection to change the world.